Billionaire Larry Ellison gave Alex Eala something no trophy or endorsement could ever replace. Billionaire Larry Ellison just handed Alex Eala something no endorsement deal, no coaching contract, and no trophy could ever replace, and the entire Foro Italico in Rome witnessed every unforgettable second of it. A private jet, a standing ovation that seemed to shake the ancient statues surrounding the courts, Rafael Nadal frozen in visible disbelief, and a 19-year-old girl from the Philippines who could barely breathe through the overwhelming emotion of the moment. Nobody scripted this. Nobody saw it coming. But when one of the wealthiest and most visionary men in the world looked across the red clay of the Foro Italico and chose her, the entire tennis world felt the shockwave ripple outward. What unfolded in Rome in May 2025 wasn't merely a generous gesture from a rich man. It was a declaration, a transfer of belief. A quiet but unmistakable crowning moment witnessed live by thousands and remembered by millions across the globe. Stay with me until the very end, because what Rafael Nadal said afterwards, that's the part nobody saw coming. The brutal welcome to Rome does not welcome newcomers quietly. The Foro Italico, that sun-drenched ancient cathedral of red clay, has swallowed entire careers whole. It has broken decorated champions, humiliated giants, and reduced even the most battle-hardened veterans to rubble inside 90 furious minutes. In May 2025, 19-year-old Alexandra Eala, ranked a career best number 70 in the world and carrying the dreams of an entire nation on her left-handed serve, walked through those iconic gates for her very first Italian Open main draw appearance. She drew Marta Kostyuk in the opening round. The Ukrainian was ranked number 27, riding high after reaching the Madrid quarterfinals the week before. Her ground strokes arrived like artillery shells, and her mental composure under pressure was terrifying. The match lasted only 53 minutes. Kostyuk dismantled Eala 6-0, 6-1. Surgical, suffocating, absolute. It was a harsh, humbling afternoon on the historic clay. Headlines called it a mismatch. Social media was filled with sympathy mixed with quiet doubt. For a moment, it looked like Rome might break another promising young player. But here is the detail the headlines buried. Alex Eala did not crumble. She did not disappear into herself. She did not make excuses. She shook Kostyuk's hand with dignity, lifted her chin, walked off Campo Central, and within 48 hours resurfaced in the doubles draw alongside Coco Gauff with fire still burning in her eyes. That is who Alex Eala is. She does not dissolve under defeat. She recalibrates. She reloads. She returns stronger. The electric doubles partnership, her impromptu doubles partnership with Coco Gauff, became one of the most electric collaborations Rome had seen in years. Two young stars, a Filipina teenager and an American world number 3, moving through the hallowed courts as though they had trained together for years instead of mere days. They dismantled their opponents 6-3, 6-1 with dominant, controlled, joyful tennis. The chemistry was instant and visible. The crowd noticed. The cameras lingered. And somewhere high above the Foro Italico, inside a private luxury suite overlooking Campo Central, a billionaire noticed too. But before we get to that life-changing moment, we must understand what Eala's presence in Rome truly represented. This was not a wild-card feel-good story. This was not filler between big-name matches. This was history in real time. The first Filipina player ever to compete in the Italian Open main draw as a legitimate top 100 professional. The first person from her nation to breach that barrier. Every single step she took on Rome's red clay was a step no Filipino had ever taken before. Back home, an entire nation stayed awake across massive time zone differences. Families gathered in living rooms at 3 a.m., watching on phone screens propped against pillows, screaming into WhatsApp groups with every point. Sports journalists who had covered her Miami breakthrough, where she defeated Madison Keys and IGA Swiatek back-to-back as a wild card, wrote that Eala's influence on Philippine tennis echoed what Manny Pacquiao once did for boxing, a figure who didn't just represent a sport, but redefined what an entire people believed was possible. She arrived in Rome carrying all of that weight. Every generation of Filipino dreamers who had watched Grand Slam tennis from afar, wondering if someone who looked like them could ever stand on the same stage as the greatest players on Earth. And the clay took her apart in 53 minutes. But Rome wasn't finished with her yet. And neither was the billionaire watching from above. Who Larry Ellison really is. To understand the magnitude of what happened next, you first have to understand who Larry Ellison is. Oracle. The name alone carries decades of weight. Co-founded in 1977 from a rented office and a borrowed idea, Ellison built it into one of the most dominant software empires in human history through ferocious competitive instinct and relentless vision. As of early 2026, his net worth sat between $200 billion and $393 billion, briefly making him the richest person alive. But wealth alone doesn't explain Ellison. What explains him is his obsession with tennis. In 2009, when the Indian Wells tennis garden faced financial collapse and international buyers circled it, Ellison stepped in. He purchased the entire facility and tournament for $100 million, then invested another $100 million upgrading it. He built a second 8,000-seat stadium, introduced Hawkeye line calling across every court before any other major event, and transformed a struggling desert tournament into what players, journalists, and fans now call the fifth Grand Slam. Attendance exploded past 500,000. Prize money reached record highs. The economic impact hit nearly $1 billion per event. Rival tournament owners complained he was distorting the economics of the sport. Ellison didn't apologize. He kept reinvesting. His involvement went far deeper. He invested in Universal Tennis and the UDR rating system. He partnered with Roger Federer's Team 8. He poured resources into ATP and WTA Challenger events and American collegiate tennis. He believed tennis had been chronically underinvested and undervalued. Tennis can change, he once said, if the right people build the right tools and refuse to settle for what already exists. He was worth over $100 billion before most current WTA players were born. And in May 2025 in Rome, with the Italian Open in full swing, his attention was fixed on one name. Not Sabalenka, not Swiatek, not Goff. Alex Eala. Why her? Because Larry Ellison doesn't chase what everyone else already sees. He moves early. He spots potential before the crowd arrives. He identified Serena Williams as a transcendent force long before television fully understood her. He bought Indian Wells when others thought it was foolish. He has a proven pattern. See something extraordinary, act decisively, then watch the world catch up. In Eala, he saw a left-handed baseline game built for the future, exceptional mental toughness, rapid development at a young age, and something even rarer, massive untapped cultural and commercial potential in the Philippines and the broader Southeast Asian market of 680 million people. Her Miami breakthrough had already proven the commercial proposition. Sponsors appeared. Filipino broadcasts drew unprecedented ratings. Advertisers who had never touched tennis discovered an audience with enormous purchasing power and deep emotional investment. Ellison saw all of it, and he saw more. He saw a player whose trajectory placed her among the most interesting developing talents on the WTA Tour. So he acted as he always does. The private jet moment that changed everything. What Ellison arranged was thoughtful, quiet, and deeply personal. A private jet to remove travel burdens, allow proper recovery, and give Eala the best possible conditions to prepare and compete. When the gesture became public inside the Foro Italico, the reaction was electric. A standing ovation rolled through the stands. Cameras captured Rafael Nadal watching with visible surprise and quiet respect. Eala, overwhelmed by the magnitude of it all, could barely process what was happening. It wasn't just transportation. It was validation at the highest level. It was infrastructure. It was a billionaire saying, clearly and without fanfare, I believe in you and your future. The deeper questions this moment raises, of course, a moment this big raises bigger, more uncomfortable questions for the sport. What does it mean when a single billionaire, rather than institutional structures, equitable prize money systems, or tour governing bodies, becomes the deciding factor in which emerging talents receive the support they need to reach their full potential? Alex Eala absolutely deserved this moment. Her work ethic, her breakthrough performances, and her character made her more than worthy. But the story also highlights the painful reality. There are dozens, perhaps hundreds, of equally talented and dedicated players from Nigeria, Vietnam, Bolivia, and countless other places the sport barely reaches who will never have the chance to sit across from a man worth over $200 billion. That tension doesn't diminish the beauty of what happened in Rome. It deepens it. It challenges the entire sport to create more pathways, more opportunities, and more belief for talent regardless of where it comes from. And perhaps that is precisely why Rafael Nadal's reaction and later words carried such profound weight. He has lived inside professional tennis long enough to understand both its incredible generosity and its persistent gaps. When Nadal later spoke about Eala with quiet certainty and respect, he wasn't just praising talent. He was acknowledging the rarity of her path and the significance of this new beginning. The story is only beginning. A girl from Manila, who once chased Rafael Nadal through an airport at 13 years old, is now being handed private jets by billionaires and watched with admiration by the greatest players of the era. Rome didn't just witness a generous gesture in May 2025. It witnessed the sport quietly shifting toward a new future, one where talent from every corner of the world can dream bigger, reach higher, and be seen. And the most beautiful, extraordinary truth? We are still only in the opening chapters of the Alex Eala story. The journey continues. The best is yet to come.